To finish our problem, we need to put 2x squared minus 12x plus 4 in the form a times x minus h squared plus k. Remember, the reason we need it in this form is so that x is only showing up one time, and then we can solve it. To put 2x squared minus 12x plus 4 in the form a times x minus h squared plus k, we need to know what the values of a, h, and k are, so that 2x squared minus 12x plus 4 equals a times x minus h squared plus k. But how do we do this when they're written so differently? Well, we can write out the right-hand side like the left-hand side if we distribute. To do that, we need to use that x minus h squared is x minus h times x minus h. And as we've done in the past, when we multiply this out, we get that x minus h times x minus h is x squared minus 2hx plus h squared. Finally, distributing the a, we get a times x squared minus 2 times a times hx plus a times h squared, and we still have plus k on the end. So now that we've distributed the right-hand side, we're left with the equation 2x squared minus 12x plus 4 equals ax squared minus 2 times ahx plus ah squared plus k. And we want these to be the same. We want them to be equal for every value of x. So we need to make sure that our coefficients are the same on both sides. That means that our coefficient of x squared on the left is 2, but on the right is a. Since we need these two to be the same, we need 2 to equal a. How about our coefficient of x? On the left, our coefficient of x is negative 12, while on the right, our coefficient of x is negative 2 times ah. Again, we want these to be the same, so we need them to be equal. We need negative 12 to equal negative 2ah. And finally, we have to do this for the constant. On the left, our constant is 4, but on the right, our constant is ah squared plus k. Again, we need them to be the same. We need them to be equal. Using the first equation, 2 equals a, we've already found a. It equals 2, so we're a third of the way done. And once we've found that a equals 2, it's much easier to solve the next equation, because the next equation becomes negative 12 equals negative 2ah, but since a is 2, we get that negative 12 equals negative 2 times 2h, or negative 4h. So now we need to solve the equation negative 12 equals negative 4h. But we can do this if we divide by negative 4 on both sides. On the right, that just gives us h, while on the left we get 3. So we've found the solution to h. H must be 3. Now we have to do the constant, which looks much harder. But we already know a and h. A is 2 and h is 3. So our equation, 4 equals a times h squared plus k, becomes 2 times 3 squared plus k. 3 squared is 9, so we have 2 times 9 plus k, which is 18 plus k. So our equation becomes 4 equals 18 plus k, which is not a very difficult equation to solve. All we need to do at this point is subtract 18 from both sides. And this gives us that k equals 4 minus 18, which is negative 14. So we now have our value of k as well. K equals negative 14. So since we found a is 2, h is 3, and k is negative 14, we can conclude that we can rewrite our polynomial 2x squared minus 12x plus 4 as 2 times x minus 3 squared minus 14.